Hello everyone, I am Ep-26 welcome back to Space Engineers. The last time that we were here, we got all of this stuff right here welded up. In this part, we had already gotten the front done. We got all these panels done. These ones right down here. Our ship is actually taking a really nice form right now. As you can see, most of the front end is done and all the way back up to here. These are those doors, and I'm still thinking about a few things, but I think those are just going to be okay like they are. So I have been working on it quite a bit. It may not look like it from here, but I have been, and I'll show you what I have been doing. All of this stuff is ready to go. You can see all the pieces are already in there. If they were not, then they would be grayed out like these are. And for those of you who have never played this game, there are things about this game that you need to know. So if you do, hit me up in the comments section, and I will see what I can do to help you out with this game if you never actually played it. Looks like I need to add some blocks there. I didn't realize that I didn't have any there. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick, because I didn't even know what those guys were missing. Okay, it looks like there's already one on the top. This will add a different dimension to that where it goes out there, and it's probably the same way over here. Yes, it is. Alright, we got that done. That's just the simple, real simple part. All of this side is ready to be welded. All of this side is ready to be welded. All of the piping and the conveyors and the doorways and everything else is ready to be welded. All of this is welded up. I had a couple of thoughts here that I would share with you, and I wanted to get your opinion on things and see what you thought about them. I do have another conveyor there, and I expanded a few things, and I'll go over that in a few minutes. So up here, as you know, I have some windows, and I thought maybe it'd be a good thing to maybe be able to come up here, kind of look out, see what's going on out there, enjoy the view, whatever. And so I kind of totally forgot all about these stairways, these graded stairways. I was just using the regular stairways like these ones here, but you can see they are 2 blocks long. If I go to number 7, that's 1 block and that's 2 blocks. So that's one thing that I kind of forgot about. There's half graded, which are half of this way over, and I can go and show you those real quick. So if we go to number 1 and just scroll through here, there's graded stairs and there's half graded stairs. These ones are about half the distance of those, and I didn't know really which one I should put in. I guess I could put in those right there, and then that would actually help. Oops. So there we go. This is the mirror side of them, and it looks like, yeah, I guess they're right. Didn't look like they were right for a minute. I wasn't too sure. Put those ones up there, and then what that allows is for me to come over here this way and actually just, if I want to set stuff up over here, I can, and I hadn't actually thought about doing those. Doggone, I hate when I get on the walls. Don't you hate walking on the walls when you don't mean to? Not that we can actually walk on the walls, but yeah, so I had the full ones there. I didn't really think about the mirrored ones of the half-graded walls until like just right now. And I only saw the one mirrored one, but I didn't really see this one. And so that would actually work out really good. That guy's upside down. Still upside down. Let's switch to the other one. There we go, that's better. And then we can come up here. Now they're not built yet, as you know, because they just aren't. We have to go and weld all of them up. But I thought I could at least get around them and be able to put stuff up here. While I was working on this earlier, I've been working on it from time to time, probably about once a day or so, for a couple of hours sometimes. I forgot about something. I forgot to put in gyroscopes. I forgot to make a place for those. Now we can go underneath and make a place for those, but I just thought that maybe I would wait and really kind of get some thoughts, if that's okay with you. One thing I did is I put in this mezzanine floor. So I had to take out these angle blocks and put in full blocks down here. And I welded almost all of them up. There is one or two that I did miss because I just ran out of plates or forgot or whatever reason. So all of those guys right there are welded up to kind of look like teeth. And I decided to put a beacon in right there. That would be a really good place for a beacon. I know it's at the front of the ship, but that would also help identify where the ship is. And then I did leave this area open, but I wanted to get some extra thoughts. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I really haven't decided. I guess I can go and fill this area in. Not with that though. There we go. That's a regular block. So down here, I originally had this air vent facing down because I didn't know if I was actually going to build this floor. This was kind of an afterthought. And then I went in and took some tubing down to the floor beneath. We'll go down there. Let me go down this way because I wanted to talk about some things here anyway. I put in the graded stairs here, and they look good. I do like that. I think it's really good. For one thing, it's pretty compact, but I didn't know if I should have it angling back and forth like these ones do, to where I go up one flight, switch back, go up another flight, switch back, etc. until I get up to this mezzanine floor. I wasn't too sure what to do there. On the other side, I originally had those in, and originally had these in. And I totally forgot about those until I was scrolling through stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, those stairs aren't there. So I decided to put those in there, and I just put these in and thought I would get a little feedback, see what you think about this. One thing, I gotta weld up you and weld up you. I put an angle block right there, and when I was putting these in, the only way to make things work was to take out that block and just put in a triangle block, and then I could actually get down there okay. I just wanted your opinion on what you think is better. These ones, only leaving one block here, which I thought I might put gyroscopes and or batteries back there, maybe both, or having a too wide area like this here and having these right here. I'm not too sure exactly what to do. I'm thinking about these because you see the footprint for them is only out to this block right here, and that is only out to right here. So that's two full blocks saved that I could potentially use, and that was my thought for that. This mezzanine floor up here is pretty much ready to go. Most of these stairs are ready to be pretty much welded up now. I haven't got any of the blocks in here or the plates in there because I just haven't got that far yet. But you can see it's coming along rather nicely, and I have the half slope armored pieces right there. I just thought that was a nice accent to the stairs, and I thought it looked really nice. Let me go ahead and get all these guys welded up. This is just I decided to go and use a angled piece right there because that looks really good, or a slope. And this originally was blocked off, but I went ahead and put this in so I could get down to this level or down those stairs, either way. And I can't get out there because this is on the floor above where the ships are, the little ships. But I can just come right up here and get out this way. That was one of my other dilemmas, is like, what do I do? I'm not too sure. So that's something to kind of think about. And I do want your feedback. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure. I may weld this up and then I can always change it later. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. Like a few short seconds to change things, depending on how complicated they are, of course. And since we have this, we can begin adding all these windows down here. I do believe all of these are ready to go, and then we can have all that ready. I do like the hallway. I think that looks good. And again, I have the air vent here, so I'll suck the air in when I come out that door, and I'll suck the air in. And I still got to figure out how I'm going to thread the tubing from that air vent, probably around here. That way, up over here, put in a conveyor here, and just have that come up straight up into there. Because like I said, I do want to have, the air be saved as much as possible, or even just take it straight over here and as close as I can get to up here and just plop it in right up there, which would mean taking out this guy. I can do that really easy. That way I don't have to thread it over the top, and I can just go ahead and put in a conveyor right there. Then I can just put in some piping. That's easy enough to do. Let's just go ahead and see about doing that. Looks like at least one out, and then a bent piece.
Energy low.
Okay, it's actually kind of a good thing that it did that, because there is something that I wanted to show you, and I didn't know about it yesterday or earlier today or whatever it was. I was like, you know, it would sure be nice if there was a way to get energy instead of always coming over here, refilling my energy, flying back. Well, I didn't realize this, and I happened to try it, and this is what I found out. Whoops. So if you go to I and you have these power kits here, if you click on them, it takes up your energy a little bit, and it won't take it up all the way, but it will take it up a little bit. And so if any of you have these power kits, I didn't know what they were for. I had no idea. They're kind of heavy, but they're kind of useful because these give you extra energy. And you can see that my energy is going up quite a long ways. I still have to get oxygen. Doggone it, I really wish I quit doing that. But I can always get oxygen bottles from the ship or whatever and put them in there. That's not a big deal. I want to be able to walk around here. That was my goal, and that's why I left this open, but I can't get to over here without going down these stairs. That was something that I kind of didn't think about, but what I can always put in, like, I don't know, batteries back here or even gyroscopes. If I'm not going to be walking up there, not able to walk up there, that would be a really good place. The windows are going to be the weak point, but again, that can be dealt with. All right, let's get in here and let's go and start getting some of this stuff done. I'm going to start welding up on here. I do like the way this turned out when I decided to add this stuff. And actually, I do need to put those back in, don't I? Oh yeah, I gotta weld all that up. Never mind. Alright, let's start getting these things done. These are the modules to be able to make the speed faster for the assembler, which is right up there. And this is the yield module for the refinery. Let's take these guys out again. I totally forgot all about that. This is the power efficiency. There's two of these. I figured that would be good, especially when I don't have a lot of extra power, maybe. Who knows? Maybe something will happen. I'll get shot and lose my reactor when I put that in, wherever it is that I'm going to put that in at. And then I can come over here to this one and do the yield module over here. And I guess actually the assembler's over here on this side. Then I can go and start putting in those blocks again and start getting these guys welded up. Probably because I was right in the way of it, huh? That's what I'm thinking. Then we have the assembler here, and again, this should line up right with that. You can see right through it. That is the large cargo container over here. And so you can see those lines right there. These are those dots. Those all line up with the bottom of this. And if you see my last episode, then you would know that that's where that is lining up at. It was actually the other way and kind of a little messed up. If you're interested, check out my episode where the big ship is coming along nicely, the capital ship. That's where I change a lot of this stuff. Now we can get into the refinery. Now that that's done, we still need to do this one up here for the assembler. And then this one here. So this is the assembler. You can see all the parts that they take. This, it really isn't bad to build. This is not very expensive at all. This is not the expensive one. It's very, very, very useful, and I do recommend putting them in wherever you are. This is the expensive one. 1,200 plates just in plates. Now, they're not as realistically as expensive as these, even though it is more expensive. There's about, what, 8 parts there. This has like 10 or 12. And you can see that there's a bunch of interiors and grids and small tubes and everything. These things are so expensive, but they're also extremely large. As you know, if you've been watching my series, you know how much these things hold. A lot. I can show you that here real quick. Once one of these are built, they hold 4 million liters, and that's a lot of kilograms. I can tell you that much. I have 2 of these. I'm thinking about putting in some other smaller ones. And when I was building the outside of the ship to this wall right here, it also built the connectors. And there's a conveyor junction there that goes out to the connector. So all of this is ready to go, and that's awesome. And like I said, I did move my refinery, so it hooks right up to there. And I can always hook up more stuff if I want to. Containers up here or whatever. I think this actually is coming along rather nicely. I'm rather pleased with it. The ship that I have on my main page wasn't anywhere near as good as this one. It was awesome. It was a great ship. I just like this one a lot, and I think this is a good design. Now for this stuff over here, we need the oxygen generators, which is these O2H2s. Not R2D2s, just O2H2s. Oxygen tanks, and again, these are going to be filled up, but the ones up top that I just hooked up the tubes to are only for down there when the air gets pulled in, and then I can thread those somewhere else and use them in other areas. So I have 3 O2H2s and 2 oxygen tanks that will be completely filled. That way I can have plenty of oxygen in all of the ship, and that should be good to really help keep things going. I'm not going to have any hydrogen thrusters or anything else. I just decided that I want to do the ion thrusters, which are the regular ones, like that ship has. Oh shoot, I guess I didn't build that, did I? Not all the way. Alright, I forgot one.
Energy low.
I know. I just don't want to use all of my power kits right now because, you know, I may need them later. This is one of the air vents. I always try to put them with that facing up, this line right here, so that way I know. I just like it that way for whatever reason. That's just the way I choose to do things. 6 more motors. I do believe I have some out here in one of these. If I don't, then I know I have them on one of my other ships for sure. May have actually used up all those motors that were in here, to be honest. I do have some more girders. Good, I'll need those. Credits, space credits, was in the last one. I think I might have some motors in here. I'm not sure. Let's go take a quick check. I do not have any motors in there. But I do know I have some down here on this ship. Somewhere. There's some motors. Take 10 of those and get that other one fixed. Once I get all this sealed up, it's going to be a lot harder. I won't be able to fly around quite as much, but it's the way it's got to be. That was this one. And of course, I haven't welded up any of this stuff here at all, so none of that's ready to go. But if we can get a good portion of this, I still don't know what I'm going to do here. I may have to put a conveyor or something in here. I'm not sure. I will have to see. I just wanted an extra one just to be sure, so that way I knew that it was ready. Now, one thing to know is just because it isn't welded up, but it has all the parts in there, it still weighs the same. So all I'm doing is just finishing it off. Alright, most of this is ready to go now. Again, I do gotta add the parts to all of these. And then I do have the same configuration over here on this side. And I just decided to go ahead and leave it like this, one out, because I like the way that it looks, and I can always put stuff back here too. I'm not able to get through there. You can see how much stuff that it actually takes to get one of these things going. It's just an enormous amount of materials, an enormous amount of everything. These things are so expensive, but they are so worth it. They hold so much. Okay. A couple more pieces here. And pretty much this area here is ready to go. It is coming. It's coming rather decently. It may not be the fastest, but it is coming. I can't get my ship in here to weld these too well, so I have to do the hand welding. You can see what this all looks like now. It is coming along. I don't know if I'm going to have enough plates right now on me to finish all of this, but at least a lot of this is ready to go. And I'll work on this stuff here after a little bit. I still got to finish up this wall here. That way I can get in here. And again, this is the bridge area, and I should have this stuff here ready to go as well. Let's start on the vent. And then we'll do the medical room. I've decided to have it in here, like I said, because if I die, that way I can spawn right back here. I need to go through and label where things are, so that way I know where everything is, and I can get a label real quick. I decided to put in a conveyor here. If I decide to add something in here, I can, like a cryo chamber or something, I can always just take a tube off and do it that way. As far as a lot of this stuff goes, it is coming. It is coming rather nicely. I am probably not going to weld the doors in down here because I need power to the ship first, because they may be closed when I weld them, and I don't want to be trapped inside my ship, if you know what I mean. I don't want to grind all that stuff down. So I will make my way down to here. Let me get that guy welded up. And come down to here. Let me see, where am I? I think I went too far. Yep, here's a mezzanine floor. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to put here. I thought about see if I can build some sort of walls or something, but I'm not 100% certain. I do think I like this better because I have 2 extra spaces here. If I want to take that one out, I can. And there's plenty of room, plenty of headroom. As you can see, I have way enough headroom there. That's the good part. Just press V to go to your third person view. And this here has plenty of headroom, except when you kind of get up here, it gets a little bit much, but it isn't bad. My biggest concern is this right here, and I'd have to like put catwalks on here to keep myself from falling down there, or a window, which would mean that I would have to face it in this way, which is fine. But if I wanted a light here, I couldn't put in a light because they take up the same space as a block. It's coming along. I just still got to figure out some other things. I'm going to work on this some more, see what all I can get figured out, and when I come back, we will take another look at this. While getting energy here just a quick minute ago, I noticed something off in the distance, and it looked like it was actually really close. I came out here, and there was still stuff floating out here. Do you remember when I destroyed, see, like this right here, when I destroyed the big ship, and I accidentally it rammed into the asteroid and got kind of destroyed? Yeah, these are parts from it. All of this stuff right here. Is that crazy or what? Look at this. This stuff is still floating here. That's ridiculous. I did not know that stuff was even there. Hokey jamokies. That stuff went everywhere, man. Oh, wow. That is ridiculous, the amount of stuff that just went like quite literally everywhere when that ship rammed into the asteroid after I accidentally destroyed and the gravity took it. Oh, wait, nope. There's all the blue numbers flying around. That's nuts. This is what I got from a 890 scrap metal. That's a lot. That'll make several more iron ingots, that's for sure, which can be turned into plates or whatever else. Wait, right there. Look at that. Look at that. Goodness. 1.26 thousand? Are you kidding me? That's 1,000. Ha, bah. What in the flippy doodles? You know, I just saw something else. Wowzers, that's a... You've got to be kidding me. Huh. Okay, I have never seen... I noticed I didn't get as much as I thought I should have. Well, now I know why. Now, where do those other ones go to? Other ones, where are you? Now, I am going to look for these pieces some more and see what all I can find. I'll go and put these in the refinery. That's a lot. That's a whopping lot. There's going to be about 2,000 pieces right here. Yeah, 2,457 kilograms. That's a lot of iron right there. Yeah, I didn't think I got that much iron from that ship whenever I ground up the last of the other stuff. That's because the rest of it was scrap. Might look around for another minute or so, see if I can find any more of that, and then we'll get back on that ship. I have all the pieces for the beacon welded up, is all I gotta, or put in, is all I gotta do is weld this up, and then we'll go over the last few things that I have been doing. This thing is actually pretty expensive, but it's gonna be well worth it. That way I can find my ship again. Alright, I got all of this floor welded up. It took quite a while to get it welded up, and there was a couple of things that went wrong, but other than that, it was not too bad. And I think this is actually going to work. I went ahead and decided just to use these stairs here. I didn't see a reason not to. There was no reason not to, and I just thought it'd be the best thing to do. I have to make a decision on something else, and I'll show you that when I get up there. I also did put in a couple of catwalks up there. We'll go over that here in just a quick minute. One of the things that I am considering is, or that I have put in, and I should make different over here with this, is this right here was slid back in to where it was only out to the edge of this block right here where the green line is. And I was looking at my stairwell, and I have doors everywhere else. So I went ahead and put a door in here, because I have a door up here that goes out there, a door that goes out there, and then down at the very bottom, right down here, I have a door that goes out there, and then this opens up into here. So this stairwell is kind of isolated, and what I might do is also just go on ahead, put a block in there, weld this guy up. Okay, I still need to weld him up a little bit more. I'm going to go and make sure that isn't all the way, that way I can tell. Put a couple more blocks in here, maybe window this off or something, wall it off, and put a doorway here. So that way the stairwell itself is isolated and I won't have to worry about anything. Hopefully there should be enough oxygen in here. Here are those catwalks. I don't know if I'm actually going to put in solid blocks or not. I have not really decided there yet because it's going to block this window. So these 2 floors are done. Those stairwells over there are done. I still need to decide if I'm going to window them off, wall them off, so I can have everything isolated from each other. And I got these windows all done. All of these are ready to go. Now you can see how nice they look. And one of the other things that I did too is this one looking in is dark on this side going out that way, and that one is also dark coming in this way. I can reverse that one up there. That's not that big of a deal. But I just want to show you what all I've gotten done. It has taken actually a lot longer time than I thought that it would, but you know, these things do take time. All of this is welded up. All of this is ready to go. I put the gyroscopes here, and all of the panels are going to be facing out here this way where I'm looking at, except for these ones. And I put these ones facing so where when I come out here I can just go ahead and mess with the panels right here if I need to on either side. I figure since I can't get over this way, I might as well just go and put those up there, and that way I'll have those gyroscopes there. It's going to be quite a few. I hope it's going to be enough. I doubt it will be as big as this ship is. It's going to take a lot more gyros just to get this thing going. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hurt you. Alright, down here, all this is ready, and I did, for those of you who are watching, I made a mistake down here. For the you eagle-eyed viewers, this was actually right here, and there was nothing connected to it, and I'm getting ready to weld it up, and I'm like, wait, there's no tube connected to it. And I started looking, it's like, oh, silly. So I went in and hooked that up to that conveyor that's right beneath it, or right behind it. So yeah, let me know what you think about these stairs. Let me know if you like these or if you prefer these stairs here. I would be interesting to know your comments. And I'm okay either way. It's just this right here that I have 2 pieces to work with. That's the main reason why I chose these, and like I said, I totally forgot those were even in here. This is done. It is not necessarily very bright in here. As you can see, it gets really dark really quick, and I'm sure you can barely see the lights and everything, but yeah, I can barely see the lights. Once this is powered, this light will be shining up in here, which will help it a little bit. And again, I have to decide if I'm going to just isolate these stairs all the way, because if they're going to be isolated at the top, then they should also be isolated everywhere else. And I could always put in another air vent. Oh, I also forgot to put an air vent in here, so I had to put in another conveyor and put an air vent right there. Other than that, I think everything is ready here. For the front part, at least. I just got to get this welded up. These things take so much. 500 to 600 steel plates. They're very, very expensive. But these are what steer the ship, too. And if you don't have those, you're not turning this way and that way and up and down and then wherever. All of this is ready to go. We are making a lot of progress. This is so awesome. I do enjoy this. I still have to wall this in. But like I said, and I still got to build these. I want to have doors going to a lot of places. I don't want to like make it one big giant door, but I want doors isolating areas. So if something gets busted, everything else will be okay. My other thought is, do I want to have a door here and have like maybe a walkway going here where I can actually maybe get in the back of the ship easier by having a walkway? I don't know yet. I have to see what happens, and I might drop it down here as well. Let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you for joining me here. I am DeFudge 3004. This is Space Engineers. Our ship is making a lot of headway. The front part is getting very close to being done. Still got to figure out batteries and everything else, but we'll get that far when we get that far. You guys have a good day, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.